Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Knock Stiff Golf. Came out here to Fox Hollow. It's a little 9-hole course. Thought I would come out on this terribly cold day and play a quick 9 and give you my thoughts on golf social media. So, one hole down. Like I said, this is just a short little par 3 course. I just got off the first tee. There was some people coming, so I wanted to get out ahead of them. This is a fun little place. I wish they would sink a little bit more cash into it, but I understand it's kind of hard. That first hole is like 108 yards. This next one's like maybe 120. So we're not gonna be looking at anything too long today. Just out here to have a good time. I thought I would talk a little bit about what I see in golf social media and how it's I kind of feel like it's detrimental to most of our mental health. Now we can kind of go over what's good about it and what's bad. Let me start off by saying that was about 35 yards offline from 122. That was pretty bad. You know what? I'm just out here. I'm happy to be playing golf at this time of the year. November is a very rare month for us to make it without snow, and it's actually not too bad out here. I'd say it's probably low 40s, maybe touching 39. I'm wearing this new Cutter and Buck jacket that they hooked me up with. It's part of their new rain gear, and it's actually heavy duty. I feel like this could be a winter coat almost. They hooked all the guys up with those for Chambers Bay, and it was completely awesome. We got pants and jackets, not to mention all the clothes, and they just really hooked us up. So I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Let's go hit this second shot, and then we can talk about some good and bad of social media. Alright, wasn't my absolute best chip, but we got probably 7-footer or so for par, so let's try and make this. Well, relatively easy putt, just left it a little short. The green speed right now is, I have no idea. I'm actually surprised these greens are cleared off. There was a ton of goose crap on them for a while, but they finally got them cleaned off, and they're actually not rolling too bad for this time of the season. So let's head over to number 3, another par 3. This one plays a little bit more, probably 140-ish. And after I hit this tee shot, then we'll talk about some social media. So it looks like I just came up a little bit short. It is pretty breezy out right now, and it's almost lost my sweet towel. It is breezy out, and it's cold, so the ball's just not going quite as far. But anyways, let's start off with the pros of social media in the golf world. Right now, there's a ton of creators out there. There's a ton of people that are making super awesome stuff that is inspiring a lot of people, bringing a lot of people to the game. Well, guys, I apologize. My battery just died on my camera, so I switched over to my phone. So it might not exactly be the most coherent video, but I'm still gonna try to make it work with the iPhone. So right now we just came up short, just have a little shot like this, gonna hit a little pitch shot, shouldn't be too hard. All right, so we managed to save a little par there. This is kind of a major hiccup for me because I can't really just redo this vlog tomorrow or whatever, because as most of you know, I am doing a video every day in November. And so I don't really have time for off days. So I really just have to make this work, and it might not be great, but it's still a video I'm gonna put out on one of the days. So sometimes you have to adapt and kind of deal with stuff that you didn't expect, and this is a good lesson to learn, is always have a few extra batteries. I just ran here after work and was just determined to put something out as quick as I could. I didn't account for the cold killing the battery as quickly as it did. So now we're here to number 4. It's playing roughly like 165, 170, probably 180 with the cold. I'm gonna hit a 6-iron here, and then we'll get to the social media part, because I've been putting that off for 2 holes now with these hiccups. So let's do this. I also have no idea how this audio is going to turn out because I don't have an external mic on my iPhone right now, but like I said, we're pushing through. Anyways, so the good, We kind of went over, a lot of people are pushing the limits on creating great content, kind of increasing the accessibility of the game, inspiring a lot of other creators to get out there and create themselves. The only reason that I do course vlogs or create golf stuff is because I used to watch Peter Finch and Rick Shields back in the day. Then I kind of discovered Golfholics, saw what they were doing, and I started Knock Stiff Golf technically in 2017. And it started off as a newsletter. And so all because those guys were putting out content is kind of the reason that I started. And I like to think maybe somebody's going to start creating content because of something I did one day. I don't know, but you can't really worry about that. I really think there's a lot of great stuff that's out there. Like I said, you can find new trick shots every day that will blow your mind. There's videos about golf courses you've never dreamed of playing that people have done course vlogs on. And then there's also just a community that's created through the social media that allows you to connect with like-minded people and play rounds with some of them over the course of your life. And that's kind of been a big part of my life lately, is connecting with people and going on golf trips with them and making new friends. So that's kind of the summary of the good. I think there's a lot of it. I also think there's quite a bit of bad. Let's drain this birdie putt, and then we can get to the bad stuff. All right, so managed to hit a really terrible first putt and then save the par with that probably 7-footer. So nice 2-putt, Kyle. Anyways, the bad. So the more I look at social media, especially Instagram, the more I see it's kind of like a narcissistic paradise. Now, granted, I have fallen into this trap as well, because who doesn't like the likes, the kind of instant dopamine hits, and all this stuff that goes along with the social media aspect. We all know about this. Scientists have been studying it for a while now, even though the data is still out, I guess. But I think we all can tell that there is a bit of narcissism to it. And I find myself even suffering from that when I don't get enough likes on a picture or video, whatever it may be. Now we're to the 5th hole. It's another 150-yard hole. Nothing too crazy. Flag sticks right there. And this is right next to a little neighborhood, so it's kind of cool. I really enjoy this course. I love to come out here. They got foot golf here too. And I mean, it cost me $10 to play. It's just nice to come out, practice some irons and wedges, and just have a good time. You know that feeling when you like stripe one and you're like, man, we're gonna have an ace cam watch here. That one felt like that. Took off right at the pin, came up short, which can't be too surprised with this cold. I'm not clubbing up really. I'm not really thinking too much at the moment. You know, those shots are why you're out here, is that chance that you could ace one when no one else is with you. So that would be perfect. Anyways, back to the negatives. So we talked about the narcissism, just that goes along with it, but there's been this rumor that's been going around. Gary Vee's talked about it in Instagram. I don't know if they've officially said it, but they've been experimenting with it in other countries, is taking away the likes, which I think is great. So therefore, if you post a picture, you would no longer, or the people that come to that will no longer see the number of likes you have, whether that's 1 or 150,000. It's just a picture or video. And I think that's great for a number of reasons. Is people, I feel, are obligated to post what they think their audience wants to see. And that's kind of just capitalism in the sense of you're putting out what the market wants, which is hard to argue with. But is that leading to happiness and these things that we're now starting to strive after, with such a large amount of people suffering from depression and all these other things that go along with trying to appease people, yet try to make yourself happy? Now, I'm not an expert on this kind of stuff at all, just stuff that I've read, so I'm not going to speak too much about the aspects of depression and what could fix that. But when we're not chasing likes and we're posting stuff that we want, I think there's a lot of happiness to be found in that. Is as soon as I've stopped chasing what I think people want to see and just start posting what I want, I found more happiness, yet less engagement on social media. And that's gotta be okay at the end of the day. Like this video, I won't say I grew up, but When I discovered golf social media, I started watching course vlogs like crazy, and they always made me happy. I remember working up on the North Slope, which is hell on earth on top of Alaska, and you work 2 weeks straight, and then you have 2 weeks off, and you really just work 12 hours a day and then kind of go back to your room and hang out. Well, a lot of times at night, I would just watch course vlogs to fall asleep to, and I would just dream about being somewhere that I could play golf and I could live vicariously through them. And it's not about the golf so much, it was the personalities and just getting to watch people do something that I wish I was doing instead. Like I said, this video may not pop at all. 12 people may watch it, and that's okay because I'm gonna have fun making it, and it's always gonna be something I can go back and watch. Let's make this, I'm probably gonna putt this one. It's probably got 20 feet with about 3 yards of rough to go through, and I've made a lot of these, so let's do it. And you see what happens when you get cocky. Here I am talking about making that, and I just hit a couple terrible shots, but you live and you learn. Social media, again, there's some positives, there's some negatives for sure, but I don't know where the future's gonna be. It certainly does seem like Instagram has taken a large hit in terms of organic reach. I've noticed over the course of the last few months, I've gotten significantly lower engagement, less likes, all that kind of stuff. Maybe my content sucks now, I don't know. And it could be, but I'm certainly not the only one. And it does seem odd that there's a large number of people claiming that at the same time. But people have always claimed that, so we're not sure what's going on yet, but it doesn't mean you should stop creating. It means you should just keep going.